Hello everybody, you're here with Claro Beauty with your host Claudia Lara. Thank you very much for tuning in. So today is another interesting episode about, I'm gonna compare two bronzers. One is a Charlotte Tilbury and the other one is something I just got yesterday, which is the Terracotta Light in Guerlain. So if you're interested on this comparison, please keep on watching. Okay, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. I would really appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, let's move along. So, yesterday I'm a little late to the party as usual, but I went looking for the Guerlain Terracotta Light. These are kind of new, sort of new. You know, Guerlain has been, or if you don't know, Guerlain, since I can remember, maybe 20 years, from 20 years ago, being known for their bronzers. Always being like the greatest terracotta bronzers. I don't know, they kind of went out of sight for a while. At least I didn't hear from them, but then they come back. I'm like, oh, they still have them. They're still great. Of course, everybody else had come to the party and have their own bronzing. So kind of, I guess, comparables or as nice, but then they had to upgrade their game, right? I hope you know I'm making sense what I'm saying. But they just came out with this new one. They usually come out, they came with some with bees in it. And then, of course, they were ramping up their game. But I think this one's they hit it because now they're back on site. They're back on the conversation. I don't know if they ever went away, but to me, they did. And so they came up with this ones. I think they're called Terracotta Lights. That's how they are. And the difference is it has all this mixture of things, you know, kind of the different spots of different colors. They might have been like this at some time, maybe other brands or whatever, but anyhow, this is the ones I'm referring to. And they have like the light and the warm. That's sort of how they divide it. I think is 00 to 05. So 00, 01, 02, 03, 04, 05. So in total, I think they have 6 colors. So I had seen the reviews on them. I had seen some reviews where they say the light warm and the light cool, so 00 and 01, that they're very similar. You can barely see the difference. So I had to wanted to go and see them for myself. Now, this is the interesting part. So I saw the 00, which is the cool light, which is this one. I saw the 01, which is the warm color, which the difference when you see it, instead of that color pinkish, it has a little more orangey, you know, a little more warm. I did see a difference. I thought the warm looked a little more bronzier, and then the cool, which is this one, you could use it as a blush. Because of the pink, it has a little more pinkish to it. But then there was the 02. That one was the medium cool. This is the light cool. There was a medium cool. And the difference with that is the pink looks more pink. A little like ramp up the color. Now at the counter, I tried that one, the medium cool. So it's 02. And that's the one I liked. And that's the one I wanted to buy. Even though I'm very fair and usually I don't go for medium. But I guess the lady at the counter made an error and gave me the 00 instead. Yes, I was like, you go all the way to the store precisely because you don't want to have to go and return. You want to get the right color, and then you don't get the right color. So sometimes things happen for a reason, right? So I tried this one. I felt this one is the same as the other, but a little lighter. And thus, it didn't give me the appearance like I want of sort of using it, you know, like a blush, like a one and done, like a bronzing blush kind of thing. I thought the medium, the 02, gave me that. Nevertheless, here I am, blah, 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 blah. Let's try it together. And since I didn't want to just try this because it's working as a bronzer, not like a blush, like I was intending, I thought of comparing it to the Charlotte Tilbury one. So let's do that together. All of this blah, 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 blah to get to that. Okay. Well, I thought it was important to kind of explain a little bit of those things. I don't know if you care or not, but all right. So what you could get out of that is that the medium and the light of this cool tone, they are almost the same. It's just one is a little ramp up and a little more pinkish. Tiny, tiny, tiny. So let's do this. All right. So there's no way when I do this that I can just concentrate on the pinkish more. I remember doing that like with some Laura Mercier. They had like bronzing and blushing one, but it was like marble. And so you could really put your brush kind of in the pinkish area. You can't do this here. I mean, you could maybe for using it a little bit as an eyeshadow. You know, you put your eyeshadow brush just on that one, but I don't think you can do it for what I'm intending to do here. Anyway, so I grabbed some color and I'm using a Wayne Goss, which is, this is a universal. I don't think you can get these brushes anymore, but the reason I brought this is because it does give a very flurry, not a concentrated way of applying things. So I like that, especially for what we're doing here, which is not really contouring or anything like that. It's just giving color to the face so I don't look like a ghost. And so again, very, very natural look. This is the look I'm going here in Washington. You see I'm wearing a hoodie, and I've been wearing a hoodie for different videos with you guys because I don't take this hoodie off. It's true. No, I'm kidding. I do take it off because I'm going to the gym every day. So obviously I have to change and everything. I change my under t-shirts. But I am just loving this hoodie color. And this hoodie was so inexpensive from Amazon. And it's so light and comfy. And I bought it extra, extra big on me. And so I just keep wearing it for everything. And why? Because this color is really uplifting me. That's how I feel about it. All right. So I hope you can see. So this is a very nice bronzing. It does help with the skin. Because nowadays at my age, it makes a difference. It makes a difference. Well, you guys know this. The product is not just the color, it's how it gets applied and what it does to the skin. But what it does to the skin when you're 20, 30, 40 makes no big difference. But now in the 50s, it does. You can see a difference on how makeup gets applied on the skin for some reason. I guess because we're in that age where you can look younger, you can look older. I mean, it's that kind of, you really can't. And so the makeup really makes a difference. On that note, I did go into the MAC store yesterday when I went to the mall. I hadn't been in one of those for ages. Well, I don't want to deviate much, and I don't want to blah, blah, blah. But I went because they have this glowy blush, So Real. I don't know if you guys heard of it. It also came in the new lunar, for the new year sort of prior. They just put it in that kind of containers, but it is also in their permanent line. I think it's called So Real. It's kind of this bronzy, very light, kind of like this, but maybe a little more glowy. All right, so we finished that. And so I tried that one. Very beautiful, very barely there. This one I think gives me a little more color, but less radiance, shiny. But then when I went to Nordstrom's and I started trying Charlotte Tilbury, Guerlain, things like that, and I shifted what I was wearing or trying, night and day. I mean, I was thinking, oh my God, I'm going to do a video on MAC. Why not? I actually will upload a short or in the community tab, a picture of some swatches. So you see what I'm talking about. It was gorgeous. I was in love with it. I was excited. I was like, yeah, this is so cool. And MAC is coming back for me and things like that. But when I started trying the other brands, yeah, I think I have to go with more mature kind of ingredients. I wish I can show you. Maybe I will. Maybe we'll try. Maybe I'll see what I can do about that. All right. So anyways, I hope this is translating. I started filming late and the light is leaving me. So we'll see how far we go because I am in natural light. Okay. So that is the terracotta. Now let me clean this brush. Okay, all right, clean, clean, and I'm gonna use the other side. This is the side I use. You can see it's a lot dirty. I'm gonna try this side. It's a little cleaner. My brush is stained, so I'm not worried about that, but it's not white anymore. A little white, right? Yeah, it is white. You see the difference? That is stained. That is not. Okay, it's the lighting. I have to figure something out here for you guys. All right, so that is the terracotta. Now let's try the Charlotte Tilbury. Now, this Charlotte Tilbury is number 2. Number 1 obviously is a lot more faint. And again, I wanted the number 2 on this. Remember where we started. But let's see. Yeah, this is a little bit, well, a little darker. So it's not a fair comparison. The other one is very, very fair. And this one is a little bit higher up. Do you see the difference, what I'm saying? Yeah. So the number 2, imagine, because you can see the striking on this and the reddish. There's a little reddish in it. I don't know if you can. Yeah, I have another light bulb here. Maybe that's not helping. I should have turned the whole thing off. I thought it would help. All right, I'm learning in this new location about the lighting. I think it's better when I'm just with the window light than the lights that I have above me. But we do for this video what we can, right, girls? All right, so I'm not wearing any foundation. I forgot about that. I did pull one out. And I think that's what's doing a little bit of, you see like there's a stain there, maybe from the cream. Yeah, when I'm wearing foundation, I think the bronzer, oh, this is a light that is, I think the bronzer skips less because I'm seeing like a white spot there. Do you see it? And I do see it a little bit here. All right, maybe it's a light above me. Okay, I apologize for that. We'll fix that. Okay, so I'll put it a little bit above. I'll turn it and try the other one a little bit. So, what do I see here? That is a Terracotta Light Guerlain, and that is the Charlotte Tilbury number 2. This is a little more orangey, but kind of a base, like it will give you a very nice base. And this one has a little bit more red, pink. I don't know if you see that, where it will give me a little more blush color, being in the sun. You see that? This is more nude to start, everything else to really shade or give a little more golden sort of look. So I like this for the Charlotte Tilbury. If I start adding everything else, I mean, Charlotte Tilbury, if you use all their products, they tie together beautifully. So even though this is not my necessary coloring, I mean, if you were a little blonder or, you know, this looks beautiful, I still make it work. I can still definitely make it work. And by the way, I'm wearing Charlotte Tilbury lipstick on Mr. Kisses, I think it's called. I put this on just because this color gives me a little bit of ramp up since I was bare skin. But with the bronzing, I would add a little bit. Let's add this one. What's color of this? This is Rosy Glow. Let's apply a little bit of Rosy Glow. I wanted a little lighter glow. Look at that. Oh. You know, a little cooler rosy sort of gloss, like more like this one. But oh well. I just pulled this one out. It's minty. It's nice. So there is the Charlotte Tilbury bronze, and there is the light terracotta Guerlain. Can you see the difference? Is the lighting bad? Let me know. There you go. Beautiful. I start getting all together. Let's finish off. I'm just curious. I have here many things. Like I have the highlighters. We'll do a different video with a highlighter. And I have different blushes. Let's finish this video with the blushes. So I have here the Charlotte Tilbury Lips and Cheek Glow. And I have the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, Cheek to Cheek Pillow Talk blush. Should I equalize these two and then try the two blushes so we see the difference? Yeah, let's do that. So that way we compare those as well with the same background. So there you have it. This is a little more orangey. We established that it's a little more reddish. And then now, is this enough or should I go back to the 02? That's a good question. Because the 02 was a little more abrupt, but I happen to like that abruptness. Maybe the error was good for me and keep this one. All right, in any case, I'm going to take the Terracotta Light and equalize. Add a little bit onto this side, more in the background. And I'll do the same for the other side using a little bit of Charlotte Tilbury. Just so the colors kind of look similar. And now I'm gonna apply the Pillow Talk blush here. Look how beautiful. Oh yeah, I like that combo. The Terracotta Light with the Pillow Talk. And now, for the other cheek, let's try this color. Has a little bit of plum in it, so it might not work, but that's why we're trying. Ooh, I put a lot too much. Okay, too much. Too much, Claudia, too much. That's okay. This blush is so easy to move along. This one is a little more color payout than like my Clé de Peau creams or this one has probably the same payout as the number one, the Chanel blush, cream blush. So if you want a little more subtle look, like a softer look, I would go with Clé de Peau. Or what am I thinking? I'm missing another brand there. And of course the Westman Atelier sticks and all of that. But on the pot things, I think the Clé de Peau is a very subtle, elegant look. And if you want more of this sort of call girl, which is so in tune right now, and healthy glow and whatever, I think the payout on this one and the number one, the Chanel, is beautiful. But this is very plum. I don't remember any color in number one, the Chanel, that will resemble this kind of plum red. And it's gorgeous, I think. Look at that. So I hope you mean, of course, we mixed the bronzer, but when you use that background Charlotte Tilbury bronzer, and then you apply a blush like this, it will work. And of course, this one just enhances a lot more what we were going with this. Of course, we use this too over here, right? Mostly. So I don't know, what do you like better? This side, it's a little more under the sun in winter, cold, or this one, it's a little more subtle with the powder and stuff. Yeah, so the difference is, right, on cream blush or powder brush. I really like this side, especially with this gloss, the combination of the lipstick with that, I'm really liking it. And this side, it's funny because it seems like past trends, which is not that old, but that's how it feels. And this one feels a lot what's happening. Am I not right on that? Now, on that note, the cold cheek sort of cream blush and all that, I think is passing us as well, because now spring summer collection is not this sort of reddish thing. It's more pastel-y pinkish. So just FYI. But hey, I'm still on this cold girl reddish sort of trend, so I'll just continue wearing it like that. Oh, I didn't put anything on my nose. And look, yes, a little too much. Maybe now I can put the foundation that I never wore. I did wear the concealer. If you want to see the combination of the review on the Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer of Charlotte Tilbury comparison to the corrector, watch my previous video, which is what we did. And that's all I'm wearing. I'm not wearing any foundation. You're probably saying, yeah, I can tell. Well, just to be, clear about that. But you could, if you wanted to cover certain things or lower down this coloring. I had pulled out this Clé de Peau. I love this Clé de Peau cream to powder. Of course, I don't have it in the actual very fancy container because when I travel, I take it out and I just put this cover. You can see this trick on one of my travel videos. And I never put it back to the actual fancy, bulkier container. So, because this is a very loved, and I thought, why put it back? You see there? Yeah, it is being used. But if you want to, put a little foundation, I just go like this. It's a little wet. It's not powder. And then you can just kind of, put it where you want. A little bit maybe here. You see? And that way you really kind of look all together. I mean, look how little of foundation I put on. I mean, but it definitely ties everything together and it gives you a little more appearance of being made out. And so there you have it. So yeah, now you saw the comparison, you saw kind of a full look. And the next video we're gonna do, if you want to look for it, I'm gonna be comparing highlighters. And yes, I'll be going by the new Charlotte Tilbury highlighting, and I will be comparing it to one of their limited edition highlighters with some of the ones highlighter with other highlighters. You know what I mean? So this is for today. Please comment down below. What do you think? What do you think of this trend? Is it leaving? Is it staying? Which bronzer you like more? And if I should get the Light Terracotta 02 or this was good enough, let me know. And do you have them? So that's it. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Please ring the bell on the right hand corner. And I will see you next time. Bye.